Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Please comment, like, and subscribe. So guys, Stephanie Jenkins has came out and wrote a mini novel on her Facebook account. I guess, I don't really know what it is. So she was trying to say that she didn't write a letter to defend her SO of a husband that she's still married to. But then I guess she found out what we were all talking about, the letter that she wrote to the judge, that yes, she definitely wrote trying to get him out of trouble. So guys, I got the Facebook post for you. Of course, I read it for you. That way you can see what she had to say. Let me play that for you here. And then we'll come on back, tie it up in a little pink bow, send it out into the atmosphere for karma to take its course.
So it was my understanding y'all were referencing to a letter that had been written recently, like within the last year. I hadn't realized till today when I saw some insinuating post from that cursed individual. Y'all are actually referring to a letter that was written back in 2015. With this knowledge, I have even more reason to not sit there and continually defend my point. Quite frankly, this cursed account turning my story into a flipped narrative to fit her algorithm and make her profit is sickening. Because why would you actually speak about a victim story as if you were there? I mentioned this many times, but for the mass of people who still refuse to listen, I'll say it one more time. And for my own sake, nobody else's, because obviously you don't listen anyways. I was 18 when I met my ex, 18, with mental maturity of a properly raised 8-year-old at best. I was sheltered, homeschooled, with very little actual effort put into educating me about anything, especially how messed up people could be. I was taught submission. I was taught to keep quiet about pain and suffering. I was taught to respect my husband no matter what he was capable of. No level-minded adult at any point in my childhood took the time to tell me about how people lie, how they can come off as the perfect person until you find out they are the furthest thing from it. My point is saying this: I was in no way ready to navigate the world or choose healthy relationships when I was set out on my own. My parents failed me, whether they want to admit that or not, but the decisions I made back in 2015 do not reflect the person I've grown into and become today. I was never stating that I didn't write a letter back in 2015 because, to my knowledge, it wasn't that letter you guys were referring to. I do recall writing a letter in his defense, and it sickens me that I did so. It sickens me that I had no knowledge of that person I was sleeping next to, that I was so blinded by. He wanted me to believe about him that I fell into his trap of becoming one of his victims. I had to write a letter defending why I would want to be with him and marry him. Given his record in my naive young mind, he had me convinced that I was just standing by my, at that time, man's side. I remember thinking, why is somebody asking me this? Is there something I don't know about him? But who did I have to turn to except him to give me clarification? I had nobody. So when I asked him, am I going to regret writing this letter in your defense? And his reaction was, I promise to be there for you better than anybody ever has. I mistaking me, believed his dumb AWS. So make it what you will. Continue to judge me if you want. I don't care. If it's not your story, you weren't there. The one thing I won't do is downplay what I went through because you want to minimize it, because you want to turn it into your story that you make a profit off of. I was a victim in this situation. Hold on, where did I go? So make it what you want. You continue to judge me if you want. I don't care if it's not your story. You were there for it. The one thing I won't do is downplay what I went through because you want to minimize it, because you want to turn it into your story that you make a profit off of. I was a victim in this situation, and as soon as I found a way to get out and found out just what God was capable of, I left. I grabbed my babies and just left. This is a part of my past, but it doesn't define me. The fact that I am still legally married to him simply because I just lacked the timing to be able to get it taken care of still does not reflect the person I am today. I'm a mother to 5 beautiful children, a fiance to the man that holds my heart, a fighter, a survivor, and thriver. You don't write my story. I do.
To me, this was so stupid. And, she is just like Gypsy Rose Blanchard. It's always somebody else's fault. And at 18, you had the maturity of an 8-year-old. Just because you're homeschooled? I don't believe that at all. At all. Because there's a lot of homeschooled kids or adults that were homeschooled. And they're very smart. And why would you have to have someone to teach you that a man forcing himself on a child or anybody is a bad person? Even children know this. So for her to sit back and say that she had to have someone tell her that her husband is a bad person for forcing himself on people is just ludicrous. Ludicrous. She's just mad because all she wanted was to go viral. And she didn't realize that with going viral, everything's going to be exposed. People are going to do their research on you, and they're going to find out all your little skeletons in your closet. And she can't handle it. She can't take responsibility. She can't say, hey, I was wrong. She can't take what she did wrong in the past and learn from it. There's just no way that she can do that. So I just don't understand why she can sit here and just lie. And that's what she's trying to do, is she's lying to her viewers. Because even 8-year-olds know that you cannot force yourself on someone, that is a bad person. And why wouldn't she get divorced? She's had plenty of time. She doesn't have a job. And she's had the money because she's gone viral. So what is her excuse again for not divorcing this man? But she goes ahead and takes the Jenkins name without even being married. She is a joke. A joke. And I think her time has come and it's gone. Her 15 minutes is over. Because Stephanie Jenkins is one of the worst. I put her up there along with Gypsy Rose Blanchard. Guys, tell me what you think in the comments. I love you guys. And I will see you in the next video. Bye, guys.